All right, we're back. We're going to build another deep torso muscle. We're going to build the rhomboid major. In the rhomboid major has the same action as the rhomboid minor, except it's larger. You could see the rhomboid major right here that we're going to build. You can also see the origin and the insertion, but first the action. We're still in your books on page 400 and 401, and I pulled up the PDF Atlas image of the rhomboid major, which I encourage you to do that as well. The action is the same as the rhomboid minor. It elevates and retracts or adducts the scapula, inferiorly rotating the scapula. Actually, interesting, if you were to cut both the rhomboids away from the spine, your shoulder would just fall. It would just fall down just like that. So that's their job, to keep it attached and to inferiorly rotate it. So let's find the origin and the insertion on our models. The origin is the spinous process, again, of our vertebrae, starting at the T3, so right below the minor, all the way to the T5. And I just kind of drew a line T1 to T5. And then the insertion is the medial border of the scapula from the scapular spine, so right below it, all the way down to where it starts to angle off there. So I think this is a nice picture there of showing where it inserts and where it originates. So just like the rhomboid minor, we want some flattened clay. The big difference here is it's going to be a lot bigger. So I made a bigger tube of clay and I rolled it out, and it kind of looks, like a flat tongue. So you might want to pause and go ahead and make that flat piece of long clay. And it's pretty thick, as you can see here. And I'm going to cut it down, again at an angle to fit that space. So I'm going to kind of hold it at an angle and cut appropriately. It helps me to kind of cut as I go here. And there should be a little bit of a space between these muscles. Okay, they're not going to directly connect, so there should be a little bit of space, as you can see in your book on page 400. All right, I even made a little indent there, so I knew where to cut. And I'm going to have to trim this down, make it a little bit not as thick. Okay. So I think I'd like that, so I'm going to press it onto my bone on the origin and the insertion here. Okay. And one last thing here, we're going to add in the striations. Again, and they're the same direction as the rhomboid minor because they have the same action, kind of a downward angle here. Medial to lateral, and that is the rhomboid major, that again has the same action as the rhomboid minor, to elevate and retract or adduct the scapula, rotate it inferiorly.